I'm sorry I had to do part two. Something's up with the chat. Something's up with the chat. All right, I got to do part two of it. Got to do part two of Adam Lambert's 41st birthday. In February 2014, Lambert returned to American Idol. He was a guest mentor during Randy Jackson's two-night boot camp workshop. He was a guest judge on the season 6 premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race. That had to be an American reality TV show, reality competition TV series. The following week, Glee returned on February 25th with the episode that's like Friends slash Enemies. It's Frenemies. It's called Frenemies. That's what it's called. Featuring Lambert in a performance of The Darkness's I Believe in a Thing Called Love. That's what it says. I Believe in a Thing Called Love. On May 27, 2014, a compilation album of the very best of Adam Lambert's album was released by Sony Legacy's playlist series featuring recordings from Lambert, his 2 studio albums, along with the studio recordings from American Idol and Glee. It debuted on the Billboard Top Internet Albums chart at number 14. Lambert started touring with Roger Taylor and Brian May of Queen in June of that year, with 35 dates in North America, Korea, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. It was a critical and commercial success. As reviews highlighted the musical virtuosity of May and Taylor alongside Lambert's impressive vocal dexterity, charisma, and affinity. With Queen's repertoire, that's where their repertoire is from. It all augmented by the elaborate spectacle of the production. The production in 2015. In 2015, and a second leg of 11 countries in 26 states in Europe and the UK was performed. Bless you. On November 4th, Queen plus Adam Lambert was named Band of the Year at the 10th annual Classic Rock Roll of Honor Awards. Following a much reviewed soaring performance on the UK's X Factor. Look at this. Lambert and Queen. What's the word? Lambert and Queen presented an exclusive New Year's Eve concert in London at Central Hall, Westminster. Oh yeah. I had to go back to playing Assassin's Creed. I had to go back to playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So I tried yanking up a bunch of yanked up some strongholds. Army doing goddamn army of red coats and beat my ass. They fucking beat me up. They killed my ass already and knocked me out. They synchronized the shit like pussies. So Queen plus Adam Lambert rock Big Ben Live. The praise concert was called Pitch Perfect. In January, Queen plus Adam Lambert, appeared on the cover of Classic Rock. The, it's that British magazine again. He was applauded in the cover story by Taylor and May, who called him a gift from God. In September, Queen Queen and Lambert headlined Rock in Rio's 30 years celebration in Brazil as part of a six-state South American tour. The tour was a critical success, and their Rock in Rio performance was the seven-day festival's most popular based on ticket sales. On January 15th of 2015, Lambert became the first former contestant to appear as a guest judge on the American Idol at season 14's NYC editions, filling in for Keith Urban. That same day, Lambert revealed in a Billboard interview that he signed to Warner Brothers Records. This Warner Brothers Records right here. They've been in the game since the 50s. Within 24 hours of, after announcing his departure from RCA Records, he further stated that his upcoming studio release, scheduled for early summer, with a single out in April, would be executive produced by the Swedish songwriter producers Max Martin and Shellback. Promotion for the new album, The Original High, began with a series of magazine magazine cover stories, TV appearances, and teasers of the lead single Ghost Town prior to its release in April 21st, 2015. Also notable was Ghost Town's performance at the 2015 logo Trailblazer. Oh, it highlighted the logo. Logo was a network that was based on gay films. Okay, logo Trailblazer honors. Trailblazer honors. And its performance in early August on Australia's The Voice. Spin named it one of 2015's best songs so far. And the New York Times stated it was perhaps his best single to date. Ghost Town entered the Billboard Hot 100 at number 73 and charted on the Billboard Adult Top 40. It reached 100 million Spotify streams in early December 2015 and was certified gold in the US on January 15th of 2016. The Original High debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, selling 42,000 albums and moving 47,000 total units, including track and streaming equivalent albums. Lambert garnered his first top 10 album in the UK, with a number 8 debut in the UK albums chart, as with Ghost Town. Reviews were largely positive. The Original High tour commenced on January 2016 with 6 dates in Australia, New Zealand, and 7 dates in Japan. On August 29th, Lambert received the award for Best Foreign Artist at the 2015 ESCA Music Awards in was it SZCZECI in Poland. I don't know how to pronounce that name of that town. On the 30th, he made his first UK festival appearance, performing a set at Fusion Festival Festival 2015 in Birmingham. It's in England. It's way in England, in UK. Uh, no October, no October. That year, Lambert released Another Lonely Night, debuted live as a new single at 538 Live XXL at the Ziggo Dome in Amsterdam. Yes, in Amsterdam, the Ziggo Dome. The Ziggo Dome. Why you naming it? Why the fuck you naming it? Like what I named the what's it the Ziggo Dome? Yeah. And a few days later in the X Factor, that's Australia. That's Australia, by the way. 20 dates were then added to the original High tour to include 13 European countries for Redfest. What's it called? Redfest DXV, a 2-day music festival in Dubai, and 2 dates in China. The tour commercial, its number celebrate 2016, says celebrate 2016. They don't know how to push that away. In the float at Marina Bay, Singapore. Oh yeah, it's in Singapore. What's that? The float at Marina Bay, Singapore. That's on December 31st of 2015. That's like pushed right back. In November, an online petition supported by conservative groups was launched to remove Lambert from the Singapore program, citing his controversial performance at the AMAs in 2009. The people of Singapore did not let that shit go. They did not let that shit fucking go. An active support for LGBT rights, he was not removed from the headlining spot, but it was reiterated that his performance would conform to strict broadcast regulations. They end up buying the dick too many. They end up buying the goddamn dick too many times. FCC assholes. Throughout the fall, Lambert continued appearances in the U.S., Europe, and Asia. Notable performances including Today, Swedish Idol, The Voice of Poland, and BBC's Oh Yeah, One's Strictly Come Dancing. That's from the British Broadcasting Company. That's them right there. BBC One. Uh, as a musical guest after participating in a Billboard news conference in Beijing, announcing the inclusion of China in its music charts. He was the guest performer at Alibaba's Singles Day event on December 2nd. He performed at the CMT Artist of the Year special to honor Little Big Town, American country music vocal group that's been around for years, and their controversial song "Girl Crush." That's their song, "Girl Crush," in a duet with Leona Lewis. That's Leona Lewis. This this woman, this woman. I remember she used to be appearing on MTV's Ridiculousness as a guest. The performance that performance was completely. I'm not gonna lie to you. The performance was nominated for the what performance of the year at the 2016 CMT Music Awards. Lambert, he just received several year-end accolades among those, and a number one in the Forbes magazine yearly earnings ranking of the American Idol people that have been contestants of American Idol show. And the top spot, Rolling Stones, the 10 best albums of 2015 readers poll, with the publication noting that his vocals are as massive as his performances. As his performances, like he's called them. They call performances is what they get it from. Yeah, January 2016, the 23 U.S. states were added to the original High Tour, bringing it to 56 states. Worldwide, mid-January, Lambert partnered with. Why they partner with Oreo cookie? Why you partner with Oreo cookies? Seriously, Adam, why you partner up with Oreo cookies? He partnered up with Oreo cookies. He partnered with Mondelez, Nabisco, Oreo cookies. Partner up with Oreo cookies. Why you want to partner up with Oreo cookies? He partnered up with them just to launch that diversity-focused global advertisement campaign. Open Up, featuring his vocals in an animated spot. In February, he featured in a finale tribute to David Bowie. There's David Bowie. He will still be alive. I don't know what's going to happen to David Bowie. As Clive Davis, the American record producer and A&R record executive and attorney. And the Recording Academy's pre-Grammy event in March. He debuted Welcome to the Show in a final 15th season of American Idol. The next week, the DJ produced Steve Aoki. He was featured on Ridiculous. He gets appear Ridiculousness a couple of times. And Felix Jane, I think, or Felix Jean, Felix Kurt Jean. The track is a track called "Can't Go Home," debuted with Lambert as the featured vocalist. May 2016, he became the new face of Macy's. That's the world's largest store in Ohio, I think. The lifestyle brand INC International Concepts, and a participant in its American Icon Summer campaign. Queen plus Adam Lambert headlined in Rock in Rio, Lisbon, Sweden Rock Festival, Isle of Wight Festival, and 12 more European festivals and shows in May and June of that year, of 2016. In September, they headlined the 2016 Formula One Singapore Grand Prix, performed one date in Tel Aviv, 3 dates in Tokyo, and one each in Bangkok, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Taipei. As part of the Asia tour in June, Lambert joined the judging panel of Season 8's X Factor Australia. He released his first independent self-produced music video in July to accompany Welcome to the Show. He performed Faith. A song that George Michael had already written and performed, back in the late 80s. On the season finale of ABC's Greatest Hits in August, Lambert is featured on the single Broken, released in August by DJ/producers Tritonal. That's the name, Tritonal. In collaboration with producer Janal, I think. It says Janal. It says Janal is like Jenaux. I don't even know how to pronounce and spell them either. In October, Lambert co-starred in a TV remake of the Rocky Horror Picture Show from the 1970s. The X Factor Australia wrapped its 2016 season in November, with a member of Lambert's team declared the winner In December, he performed a duet with Sarah Aalto, who was a finalist for the Voice of Finland. That's her name, Sarah Sophia Aalto. Yeah, she's from Finnish. On the X Factor UK finale, and presented the award for British Artist of the Year on the BBC Music Awards 2016 live telecast. Lambert featured on the soundtrack album of, oh yeah, Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. That came from doing that came from the people at DreamWorks. That's DreamWorks LLC. That's DreamWorks Animation LLC. Their their movie that they done was Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. I never get a chance to watch that animated movie. If I gotta find them, I might find that goddamn freebie shit. With Fink. With Fink. That's like a Aretha Franklin track. You know what I mean? It was released in June 2017. Queen plus Adam Lambert, they commenced a worldwide arena on June 23rd of 2017 in Glendale, Arizona, consisting of dates of North America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. The group appeared on the Late Late Show with James Corden. That was on CBS on late nights. I feel it was on like 5 days a week, 5 nights a week. It's on like 5 nights a week on CBS. With Lambert and Corden, with Lambert and James Corden having a sing off to be the Queen frontman. The Queen frontman. That guy's too fat to be a. That guy's too fat to be a Queen frontman. The guy's too fat and obese to be a frontman for Queen. Come on, leave that man out of it. That man has a show to do. Come on, Adam. Lambert, Adam, Adam Lambert is trying to have Corden having to sing off to be the front man for Queen. You know how Lambert and Queen does that? Queen's been in the game since the 1970s. Lambert's been in the game since the 2000s. That's how they perform. That's how they perform the mini concert on the Jimmy Kimmel Live with a 4-song set list that man that included the debut of a new track from Lambert entitled 2FUX. That came from him. Oh shit, that came from him. Early reviews for the shows were strongly positive, as a May at least. Night highlighting both the synergy of the collaboration, which Billboard stated was perhaps the most serendipitous fusion of two established recording acts since Fleetwood Mac. Since Fleetwood Mac, that's what they are. Fleetwood Mac, the artists that you see on that we heard on TV, and the emergence of something new moving the band forward. Two FUX, two Fuchs. Was it two FUX or FUX or Fuchs? That song was released by what was it released to? The digital retailers on June 30th. That's what the reviews that there was simply similarly. What's it? Similarly, they're a lot similar. The similar. I don't know how to spell. Similar. What's what? SIMILARLY. Similar. What's it? Similarly positive. Okay, that's similarly. I don't even know what to spell. Positive. Yahoo Music. Yahoo Music called it a delightfully attitudinal rock and roll waltz. What's a rock and roll? What's a rock and roll waltz type of thing, exhibiting a highly confident, almost superhuman Lambert. Esquire. Ah, God, so I forgot to bring the towel. Uh, it sucks now. I couldn't even bring the towel. Shit. I couldn't even get up this fucking seat because I had to. I used this. I used to damn. I used to sleep in my jacket to wet my eye. Esquire. Esquire stated that the song was effervescent. What's the word? Yeah. Oh yes, word effervescent. That's what we call it. Effervescent. That's what it says. And a showcase for the nosebleed inducing heights his falsetto can scale. It also serves as the conflation of Queen's influence and Lambert's own experiences and perspective. Two FUX was what is the is including in the Queen plus Adam Lambert live show set list. Yep, it goes to where he had to appear as a guest judge and musical coach on an episode of season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. Due to its success, the Queen plus Adam Lambert tour announced a fourth leg to commence in June 7th in Lisbon, ending July 8th in Dublin, Ireland. Yes, that's what it is. In Ireland, Dublin. Seamus is from there. In March, Billboard reported that Queen plus Adam Lambert topped their Hot Tours recap with their Australian shows. In May, he probably teamed up with Melissa Etheridge to open the 29th GLAAD Media Awards with a ripping performance of the I'm the Only One. That's a Melissa Etheridge uh, track that was from the 90s. Days later, he appeared on Live with Kelly and Ryan. That's Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. Announcing a 10-date Las Vegas residency for Queen plus Adam Lambert in September 2018 at the Park Theater at the Park MGM. The new production title, The Crown Jewels, was well received. Lambert changed management to Philly Mac. He was the guest judge in the Judge's House segment of The X Factor in October. He performed the duet As Long As You're Mine with artist named Ladisi. That's Ladisi, whose real name was Ladisi Annabade Young. That's her real name, Ladisi Annabade Young. She's like an American R&B and jazz recording artist, singer, songwriter, and music producer and author, actress. On NBC's a very wicked Halloween, commemorated Wicked. It's 15 years on Broadway. The performance was lauded for its brilliant harmonies and impressive vocal rips. And later released on Wicked, the 15th anniversary special edition album on December 2nd, he appeared on the result show of the what you call this thing, Strictly Come Dancing musicals week, singing "We Are the Champions." That came from them. It came from Queen. That came from Queen. That's Queen's classic track. We Will Rock You. That's their classic song too, a classic hit too. We Will Rock You. On the same date, he performed live at the Kennedy Center honors in support of Honore Cher, singing "I Got You, Babe." That Cher did with her husband Sonny Bono before Sonny Bono had passed away. With Cyndi Lauper. Anybody remember her song? Remember the song she did was "Girls Just Wanna Have Fun." Remember her? And an orchestral ballad version of "Believe." That's Cher's song. Then that's the song that Cher have done in the '90s. "Believe." It's called an event high point at the Washington Post. Following the ceremony's broadcast on December 26th, Lambert's performance was widely praised. Let's go to 2019 President and Velvet and Queen plus Adam Lambert. Well, he appeared on the James Corden Late Late Show on January 20th of that year. Oh boy. NFL themed episode singing a parody of Don't Stop Me Now. I think Elvis recorded that song well before he died. It wasn't Elvis, but it just came from. Oh, that's Queen again. Oh, that's Queen again. Uh, on February 17th, he performed a well-reviewed rocking version of Blue Suede Shoes. That's Elvis. That's Elvis's shit. That's all Elvis's shit. That's his shit. But it wasn't Elvis's. It wasn't for Elvis. That song came from Carl Perkins, who was a singer, songwriter, and guitarist. It wasn't Elvis's shit. I think that belonged to Carl Perkins. Well, it says he performed a well reviewed rocking version of Blue Suede Shoes on NBC's Elvis All Star Tribute, a recreation of Elvis Presley's. Well, let's go to Elvis Presley again and 68 comeback special. Lambert voiced the character the Emperor Maximus and sung original songs for Playmobil the movie. I never even watched that movie. It was computerized. On December 3rd, Queen and Adam Lambert announced a 23-date arena and stadium tour with a brand new production for North America. The Rhapsody tour added additional dates in New York, NYC, and LA at 25 dates. The tour ran from July 10th through August 23rd of that year. Lambert released a song called "Feel Something" on February 22nd, called "An Achingly Yearning Ballad" by Rolling Stones, that showcases his acrobatic vocal range, co-written by Benedict Cork. Whose real name was Benjamin Cork, Josh Cumby, you know, and produced by Cumby and Afshin Salmani. That's the name, Afshin Salmani. That's his name. It was the first track revealed from the singer's then upcoming fourth studio album, which was released through the independent label Empire. Calling the song a gift to fans and the launch of a new era prior to his first official single. Lambert explained via Instagram the process by which he emerged from a dark period of second guessing, compromise, a disillusionment would feel something, an emotional starting point for his new work. Days Later, he released a captivating live studio performance of Feel Something, whose beauty and soothing tone captured the song's intent. What the fuck? Why the fuck is you play? Why'd you play an Urkel? It sound like Urkel. It sound like Urkel. On February 24th, 2019, Lambert and Queen were the first rock band to open the Oscars with an explosive performance of two classic Queen songs that earned a standing ovation. The following day, they announced a 2-hour documentary, The Show Must Go On, the Queen plus Adam Lambert story depicting the journey of their ongoing collaboration. The film aired on ABC in April, offering rare behind the scenes concert footage and new interviews. Roger Taylor appeared on Good Morning America. What you doing? You gonna get me copyright strike? What you doing, cuz? Roger Taylor appeared on Good Morning America the same morning, called the collaboration with Lambert magical, an example of fate unfolding. On April 28th, Lambert guest mentored American Idol's top 8 finalists on a Queen-themed night and was praised for actionable advice that elevated performances. In April 2019, Rhapsody tour expanded to include 7 stadium dates in Australia and 3 in New Zealand, slated for February 2020. Oh God, that's before COVID hit. That was right before COVID started to hit. First, right before the coronavirus hit. Oh God, that's right before the COVID-19 shit hit. It was out before COVID, all before COVID-19 hit. I almost knowing why it happened. God. Okay, in April 2019, the Rhapsody tour expanded in what is it? Oh yeah, it to include 7 stadium dates in Australia and 3 in New Zealand, slated for February 2020. As February 2020, 4 shows in Japan and 2 in South Korea for January 2020, and 26 shows in Europe, including a 10-show residency at the O2 Arena in London. Back in May of 2019, May 15th of 2019, Lambert released New Eyes. That's his song that he did. That's the song that he did. The lead single from his fourth studio album, Velvet. That's his shit. Co-written by Paris, co-written with Paris Carney and produced by Jamie Sierota. That's the name, Jamie Sierota. The effortlessly cool, sleek song fuses modern and classic rock. That's right, modern and classic rock. While its video reflects the song's lyrics and 70s inspired aesthetic. Uh, Directed by Miles and AJ, the video was the first part of a short film that accompanied the lead up to the album release. Lambert returned to American Idol for its May 19th season finale to perform that song New Eyes, a duet with a contestant. On May 31st at the end, he performed the track on the Ellen DeGeneres show. That show's canceled. The Ellen show's canceled. And again on June 24th on the finals of The Voice Australia. Lambert, man, he always come out with something else, though. he released that Monarch produced track called "Coming In Hot" on June 26th, along with the second video installment of the short film supporting Velvet. Velvet. The video was called "Bewitching and Mesmerizing," and the song said to extend the 1970s rock-driven sound of the album's first single. Lambert revealed that Velvet would be released in two parts. A side A slated for September 2019, Coming In Hot, saw its broadcast debut on June 28th when Lambert performed a five-song set and was interviewed on Good Morning America's summer concert series in celebration of Pride Month and in World Pride NYC 2019. On September 4th, Lambert released the single and video for Superpower, appearing on Velvet Side A. The first half of its fourth studio album, the Tommy English produced song was co-written by Lambert, English, Elsie Anna Juber, with video direction by Milland. Bless you. With video direction by Million Hales. Its weighty bass line and smooth falsettos reflect the 70s rock. Oh, and again, okay, it's a weighty bass line and smooth falsettos reflect the 70s rock, funk, heavy core. It's about rock. Oh no, again. Oh, you're allergic to something. Oh man, I feel bad for him. He must be allergic to something. What's it say? What's it say? Its weighty bassline and smooth falsettos reflect the 1970s rock, funk, heavy core. That's called funk. Heavy core of the multi-genre album, which was released on September 27th. Billboard called the six-track EP his best work yet, exuding confidence and raw vocal power. His proficiency in artistry across genres was also noted. He performed Superpower live on October 2nd, on live with Kelly Ryan, and for Halloween week, a BBC One's Strictly Come Dancing that show. On the 12th, he delivered a show-stopping performance of Superpower on the Talk. On October 15th, a live black and white video version of the track Closer to You from Velvet Side A was released, lauded as a vocal masterclass. Its broadcast debut on the Late Late Show with James Corden was highly praised, characterized. What he did? Highly praised, characterized as scaling the song's heights with pop operatic virtuosity. On September 28th, Lambert with Queen headlined the 2019 Global Citizen Festival, the GCF in NYC's Central Park. Dedicated to its dedication to the mobilizing world governments to eradicate extreme poverty and address climate change. The festival posted its best ratings yet, with 60,000 in attendance and nearly 21 million views worldwide. It generated close to $1 billion in pledges. In November, Lambert released a cover of Please Come Home for Christmas. That came from Charles Brown. That came from a Charlie Brown record. Looks like a Charles Brown record that was from the 1960s. For the Spotify singles holiday collection, he was among several performers at the Avicii tribute. That's Avicii again. Tribute concert at the Friends Arena in Stockholm. In Stockholm on December 5th to support suicide prevention and promote mental health awareness. On December 6th, Lambert released a cover of Cher's Believe. Based on the 2018 performance at the Kennedy Center Honors, he performed the song as a duet with Katie Kadan, on the December 17th finale of the 17th season of The Voice. On the 22nd, he performed on CBS Home for the Holidays Christmas special to raise awareness about adoption and the foster care system. The foster care system. Lambert gave 4 well-received solo concerts throughout December to promote Velvet, Side A. God, January 2020, Jesus Christ. Lambert was nominated for a GLAAD Media Award in the Outstanding Music Artist category for Velvet, Side A. Lambert opened the 31st GLAAD Media Awards with a special performance on March 19th in NYC. On February 16th, in Sydney Lambert with Queen performed Fire at a Firefight of Australia concert to raise those funds for relief from Australia's bushfires and replicated Queen's 1985 Live Aid set in its entirety. Through early 2020, around February that year, Lambert released a Euro retro funk track, Roses, featuring Nile Rodgers. There's Nile Rodgers again. The Velvet Tour. The Velvet Tour begins on August 3rd at Manchester Pride, followed by London's SSE Wembley Arena, and 7 more shows across Europe. The tour was preceded by a mini residence of 5 shows at the Venetian Theater, at the Venetian Las Vegas in April. Lambert with Queen, they united virtually on the 30th of April. You Are the Champions, the reimagining of the We Are the Champions song that Queen have done years ago, on streaming and download services. That's on streaming and download services, with proceeds going to the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. In May, Lambert was doing something good. It was a part of a 3-day live stream event called Stronger Than You Think. Stronger Than You Think, a conversation to address mental health issues affecting teens and young adults, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. In June, he appeared on the Late Late Show with James Corden to discuss his support and experience in the BLM movement, Black Lives Matter movement. There's Black Lives Matter here. That's it. Black Lives Matter. That's the movement. But that was controlled. That was brought to everybody else by George Soros and his cronies. Well, guess who started the Black Lives Matter movement? That was brought to everybody else by likes of George Soros and his boys, his cronies, his fucking boys, his cronies. Shit. They doesn't want that to happen back in the 1960s. You know what I mean? They didn't want that to happen. They didn't want that shit to happen in the 1960s, because he already went through that part. And gave an acoustic performance of On the Moon from Velvet. Lambert participated in the Grammy Museum's virtual programs at home with an in-depth interview and acoustic 4-song set in July. Support of President Joseph Robinette Biden's presidential bid. He performed a song called Ready to Run at Biden's live streaming fundraiser Celebration for Change. Yep, the duo released their first album on October 2020, on the 2nd of October 2020. They did that Queen plus Adam Live Around the World thing. They debuted at that number one on that UK's official albums chart, which that they had followed by a concert film of that name that's going on 2 years later, late January of 2021. This was months before my aunt had died. It was months before my aunt had died of COVID. With yeah, that's what it went. With tour footage and streaming or purchase access, the group announced that their UK and European tour would be postponed a second time to to a year later, to a year later, with the multiple shows subsequently added. In November, Moonbase 8 debuted with Lambert in a non-musical guest acting role. Lambert sang Starman. Days we Lambert sang Starman for the 3-hour live stream event, a Bowie celebration on what would have been Bowie's 74th birthday. He played the role of Emile in Ratatouille, the musical, a first of its kind collaboration between TikTok and the theater community. What emerged was a full Broadway musical style, as a Broadway style musical. That's what it is, a Broadway style like musical that was streamed on January 1st, raising $2 million for the Actors Fund and scoring a Drama League Award. That's the DLA right there. They've been in the game since the 1920s. Uh, Nomination in the expanded digital category, Lambert sang. Lambert sang on the concept recording of Cinderella, rocking out in his Prince Charming solo. The album was released in July and debuted at number one on the UK official compilations chart. Later garnered a 2022 Grammy nomination. Lambert, man, he though feels something. He though had that feel something foundation. And he was in partnership with Pride Live, curated a headline 3-day festival. The annual Stonewall Day that was happening there in June, global celebration to boost and preserve the legacy of the Stonewall riots, the LGBTQ activism. He appeared on the Kelly on the what? Not the Kelly, the Kelly Clarkson show on January 26th, and discussed the possibility of developing his own beauty brand. In March 2021, Lambert revealed that he was writing a Broadway style rock and roll stage musical in the collaboration with the other songwriters that was set in the 1970s. The, the work the work will be about a real person and represents his intent to expand into other creative spaces like acting and producing. Lambert sang the song "These Are Your Rights," an, an anthemic power ballad for the episode "The Bill of Rights," which was a Netflix that was in that streaming series that was from Netflix. Where the People was as We the People, released on the 4th July, and the program would have won the Emmy Award in that outstanding short form program category for the inaugural Children's and Family Emmy Awards presented in December. In September, he participated in Global Citizen Live, a worldwide 24-hour broadcast and live stream event to defeat poverty and address the global effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic. In May, he appeared as a guest judge on season 2 of Legendary. Lambert appeared on the Ellen Show in advance of his role as a judge of the reality competition called Clash of the Cover Bands that debuted in October. He voiced he voiced the devil in a second animated program, A Tale Dark and Grim, that also debuted in the fall of 2 years later and has received nominations from both the Emmy Awards and the Children's and Family Emmy Awards, the CFEA. He returned to Vegas for 6 solo shows, including a live stream component at the Venetian Theater in that was at the Venetian in Vegas. At the that's over there. Venetian Las Vegas. That's way in October, November. Lambert had performed there on a primetime TV special, the Queen Family Sing Along, the Kelly Clarkson Show. He performed a duet. He recorded with Darren Criss. He's a singer songwriter for Chris's holiday album. That was for Chris Holiday album, a jazzy big band cover of the classic "Everybody's Waiting for the Man with the Bag." A music video of the track was released the following day. The following day, Lambert performed 2 of those songs, close to 2021's ITV Palooza event, and appears as a judge on the new ITV talent show Starstruck that debuted on February 12th. In April of last year, ITV announced that the Starstruck would be returning for a second season with the same judging panel. Lambert had performed on the second annual global live stream event, Rise Up with the Arts, which went live on World Theater Day, March 27th, but extended on demand through April 23rd due to popularity in response to the crisis in Ukraine. Funds were raised designated for the Save the Children emergency appeal for Ukraine, as well as to support the theater community and the charity I Can Dance. Lambert have headlined for April 30th of Sunfest Music Festival in West Palm Beach, Florida. Later, he announced 4 more Florida solo shows, plus one in Georgia, unofficially dubbing the dates is called the Say Gay Tour in response to Florida's recently enacted Don't Say Gay bill. The duo Quinn Lambert began Holly Praise UK and European leg of Rhapsody Tour May 22nd, 2027 with 2 consecutive shows at Belfast, Ireland's SSC Arena. Also included were 10 sold out shows. There were 10 sold out shows at the O2 Arena in London, and global live stream release of the third O2 show entitled Rhapsody Over London, available July 24th and on demand July 31st. That was on the 24th and the 31st. The 37-day tour concluded on the 25th with 2 shows in Finland. That was on June 4th. They opened the Platinum Party at the Palace with a 3 songs set outside. What's the name? Buckingham Palace. What's the name? Buckingham Palace. That's the Buckingham Palace. That was in honor of Queen Elizabeth II's Jubilee, the Platinum Jubilee. The Platinum Jubilee. It was announced that in June that Lambert would appear in the Sofia Coppola produced film Fairyland. Let me slow this down. That will debut in the Sundance Film Festival in January of this year. He returned to Vegas in October for the Halloween themed. Oh, that's this month. So, uh, he returned to Vegas in October for that Halloween themed concert series, The Witch Hunt, consisting of 3 shows at the Encore Wynn Las Vegas. 5 California dates were subsequently added to the mini tour that concluded with a live stream show at the Hollywood Palladium on October 30th. Uh, in October, it was announced that Lambert would return to Warner Music Group. Well, they like the suckers that they want to they have my video poll. That's them. With a global representation on its UK-based East West Records, right there. They've been around since the 50s. They're the ones that brought out songs, they brought out the albums. That Joel Lambert, rest in peace. Done. Joel Lambert came out with some albums, you know. Ahead of the new music, his first single released on the label was a cover of Noel Coward's "Mad About the Boy" that will be featured in a documentary about Coward, arriving this year. Lambert's debut to the track with an amazing live performance on BBC's One's Strictly Come Dancing. Also, October, he performed 2 duets with Jennifer Hudson. According to the area Nessun Dorma, the Jennifer Hudson show, on the Jennifer Hudson show, that show is gone. December, Lambert announced a new album slated for release on February this year. February 24th of this year. It's called High Drama. High Drama is a genre spanning collection of reimagined cover songs that he flips to embrace his own sensibilities. It arrived with the release of the video and song Ordinary World. That's what it is. That's what it says. Ordinary World. And it's called Haunting in its Sound. Haunting in its Sound. Let me put this back on. I can't see myself talk. Haunting in its Sound. The song debuted with a performance that stunned on last year's season finale of The Voice that Lambert dedicated to the victims of the shootings that happened last year at the LGBTQ plus club Q. Lambert, he was a judge on this Britain Gets Singing Christmas special that was on ITV, a televised celebrity singing competition in support of mental health. He debuted High Drama's third release, a glam rock makeover of Holding Out for a Hero. That is a Bonnie Tyler track. Look, it's a Bonnie Tyler track. That song was played on fucking Short Circuit 2. Alright? I used to watch this Short Circuit 2 movie that you got Johnny Five going hardcore and rebel, trying to get revenge from motherfuckers that be his ass. And Johnny Five wants to get his revenge. That's, you see how pissed off he is on Short Circuit 2. He is pissed off. He want to get revenge on the motherfuckers that beat the shit out of him. He's just a robot. Then he played that. Then he play out this. They play out this shit. They played that Bonnie Tyler track, Holding Out for a Hero. They played that on the game that I used to play, Saints Row the Third. And now I'm on some goddamn goose chasing motherfuckers on goddamn Saints Row the Third. I stopped playing that game until I switched to the PlayStation 3 and then go to the PlayStation 4 system. Oh, let me go there. On the national lottery's Big Bash end of year special held at Obo Arena, Wembley, televised on New Year's Eve on December 17th. That's last year. He performed on the what did he perform on? The Jonathan Ross show's Christmas episode. Lambert will hold a one-off album launch show at London's Coco concert venue on February 27th. That was at the end of February. February is going to be coming anyways this year. They want to fuck around, and the asshole says Bureau of the Treasury want to send them little blue ass SSI checks, and they want to fucking do that. And they send white ones. I don't know. I just don't give a fuck. I can be compensated. You know what I mean? As long as I'm compensated, man. You know, that's what's already there. Why you see the artistry there? Well, I'm not looking at that shit. Well, I'm not looking at that shit now. I think I'm through with this shit. I'm done with the part one story, and this is the end of the part two story of Adam Lambert. This is part one and two of the birthday celebration of Adam Mitchell Lambert. I ain't got no time to say anything. You should just like the video. Even though my video sucks, I have to go put you don't like it. You gotta start liking the video. Put a like on it. Family's gotta put a goddamn like on it. But let me go right out this. Let me get off this thing. Let me see what's up with Twitch. Uh, I don't know if I can go through with this tomorrow with the Lisa Marie Presley story because I don't want to worry people to death. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that tomorrow. I'll focus on the Lisa Marie Presley birthday celebration. You know what I mean? I'll do that on Wednesday, whatever. I'll do both birthdays on Wednesday, whatever. That'll be easy. I'm out. See you on the 1st February. Even my other SSI check doesn't come on the 3rd. That's fine. They want round envelopes. Assholes in fucking Pennsylvania. Huh. I don't know what to say about these people. I just don't give a fuck about how this country works. See you on the 1st.